This is Chip, and this is my channel. And what we've been doing over the last few weeks is going through, day by day, how I've been actually able to stay sober for 12 full months. Yes, that has been a little bit of an issue. It's been difficult in some cases, not in every case. But nevertheless, this is really what this is to kind of show you a first-hand experience as to what happens when you just put the drink down. That's the easy part, is putting the drink down. It's what happens afterwards, the feelings that come up, the issues that come up, dealing with those, who to talk to about those issues. Because I'm finding that it's not just having them roll around in my head. That is not good. Some of them have to be sifted through. Some of them are crazy thoughts. Other ones are quite important and need to be addressed. And so that's the idea, is to decide which ones are important enough to actually address and to dig a little deeper into. The last few weeks, well, last week, I think we left with wanting to bookend a couple of my fears, my issues that I wanted to overcome. One of them was to go out and get a job. And what I found over the past week, that it's been really tough, really, really difficult. There's been a lot of fear about, because I haven't worked in about a year. And so there's been quite a bit of fear on going out, interviewing, the interview process, getting a job, starting up, and being a good employee. So I have decided that it's just the consistency and the persistency that's going to allow me to get through this process. And that's a good thing. It's a good thing. So just keep pressing on. That is what I'm getting from this past week. It doesn't matter. You just keep doing it until I break through and I get to the other side. So I feel good about that. I don't necessarily feel good about that I haven't landed anything. But I can't let that deter me from the ultimate goal, is to actually get something. So that's, so I have to just keep going. This past week has been quite moving to a couple of degrees. One is a friend of mine, his mother has passed. And that is very sad. You only have one mom and one dad. And when they go, that's the progression of life. Hopefully they go first before you go. That's really the whole idea. And so it was quite sad for him and his family. But what came from that is to see what happens in a different family, go through something together. And what that brought up for me was the relationship that I have with my family, my brothers and sisters, my nieces, nephews, cousins, those people that there has not been that connection in many, 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 many years. And it's easy to say, okay, well, I wasn't there. But to be more poignant, it's like, okay, well, the phone works both ways. So there's a lot of issues that I'm just coming to terms with to try to come up with a resolution, and to find out what is keeping us as a group from having a family like that. Granted, we have lives, we do things throughout the year, but when time is important, do we come together as a unit? And that's really over this next year or so, I hope, I can dig a little deeper and to find out what has been the holdup, what can I do to change some of that. But it is a collective effort. And, no one family member can actually change everything. But, everyone has to be on board in order for it to happen. So, I don't know. It's kind of been kind of sad for a couple of ways, and that has been one of them. But nevertheless, it's like anything that I'm finding. It's the persistency that's going to allow me to get to the other side and to uncover and discard anything that might be in the way of me getting to my goals. The main emphasis has been fear and faith. And today, my ex and I went to church, not the traditional Baptist, Lutheran, Presbyterian type church. This was actually a Science of Mind church. So it's a little different. We've done every church imaginable since we've been in California, and it's come to this because we're not getting. There's something missing in a lot of these services, and so we ended up here, and pleasantly surprised. Not orthodox at all. There's some quirky things about it, but the idea is that there is universal truth. There's something that's innate in us that resonates, whether we want it to or not. And a lot of it starts from what we think, and that turns into what we say, which ultimately turns into how our life is created. And I want to take that right now and run with that and see if that does make a difference. I do believe that in most cases, the first thing that comes out of my mouth when I wake up is, oh shit, I don't even know when that happened or when it started, but it's just comes out. And so that's a small indication as to what I need to do and the work that I need to work on in order for me to get to the place where I do wake up and I feel like this is good, I'm alive, and I'm willing to tackle whatever comes in front of me. I don't know, this whole 12 months is going to be a process, and it already is a process. There's a lot of things that are changing and that have changed. I don't know if there's been any shift in me over the last 4 weeks or so. I have 30 days today, so that also, what does that say? It just says that I haven't had a drink in 30 days. Have I made some miraculous change or in my personality? I don't know. That is kind of what you guys are there for, and my friends, that I actually see on a regular basis to decide whether or not there's been any kind of a shift. But my idea is to document this whole process from start to finish. And when I get to my 12th month and I have 1 year sober, I can look back at these tapes and see how different was I in the beginning versus who I am today. So, this will be a miracle in the works, hopefully. So we'll see about that. But I don't know. This past week has been quite sad and interesting, but the week ahead is what I'm looking forward to. These next few weeks is going to be really good. I really feel like I focus in a direction. It's February, so it's a new month, and I have the opportunity to make an entirely different shift and change in my life. As the year has started and is moving along, I want to make sure that I take advantage of every opportunity that is here for me, and not feel like I should have, would have, could have. I want to do it. I want to do it now, and that is a good thing, because for a while there, I really didn't have a whole lot of drive. I don't know how deep I want to get involved in it, but I had other family members. There's some little guys in the picture before, and that was my driving force, was as long as they were okay. So I don't have that right now. So on some hand, it's been kind of difficult, but you keep going. But I don't want my focus to be something other than me. I want to have a direction so I can feel complete, with or without different pieces in my life. So as I move forward through this month of February, I have hope in my heart. I have a plan, and I feel good.